I wish I could say I saw it coming. That there were signs. But love doesn't always come with warning labels, sometimes it's just a quiet storm that destroys everything you thought was safe. I'm 25. She's 20. Let's call her Haley. And the person who destroyed everything I valued most? My so-called best friend, Josh. How it started. I met Haley 3 years ago at a mutual friend's graduation party. She was still in college, 17 turning 18, wide-eyed, curious about life, and full of awkward laughter. I was 22, fresh out of school and already working 2 jobs to keep the lights on. When I say it wasn't love at first sight, I mean it in the best way possible. She didn't try to impress me with perfect makeup or flirty lines. She dropped her drink 5 minutes after meeting me and blushed so hard, I had to pretend not to laugh. She looked at me and said, "I swear I'm usually cooler than this." She wasn't. But I loved it. We started texting, then going out for coffee, which turned into long nights watching Netflix on my couch and laughing until our ribs hurt. She made me feel seen again. She listened, really listened, and made me feel like I wasn't alone in the world. Within 3 months, we were official. I remember her first "I love you." It wasn't during a romantic date or some movie-perfect moment. It was after I rushed her to the hospital because she twisted her ankle at 2 a.m. chasing her cat. In the waiting room, she looked at me with those sleepy eyes and said, "You're going to be stuck with me forever, huh?" I smiled. "I plan to be." "I love you," she whispered. And I believed her. The best friend. Josh had been my best friend since high school. He was that confident, smooth-talking, naturally charismatic guy everyone liked instantly. Girls loved him. Guys envied him. He got away with things because he was funny and charming. I was the introverted, overthinking planner. He was the spontaneous wildfire. Somehow, it worked. We had each other's backs, always. When I introduced Haley to him, I wasn't worried. He was my brother. The one person I'd trust with anything. In fact, I was glad they got along. They would joke around. Play video games. Share memes. Sometimes, when I was late from work, Haley would be at Josh's place with his girlfriend and a group of friends. I trusted them both completely. The relationship evolution. Haley and I had our ups and downs like every couple. There were fights, stupid ones about chores, bigger ones about the future. She wanted to travel. I wanted to save and build stability. But somehow, we always found our way back to each other. She was there when I lost my dad unexpectedly. Held me while I cried for hours. Took time off school to cook for my mom for a week straight. I was there when she failed her finals and broke down on the bathroom floor. When her roommate moved out and left her in debt. I loaned her money without blinking. Not because she asked, but because I wanted to. Help. We shared everything. Passwords. Dreams. Plans. I was even ring shopping a month before everything fell apart that I wanted forever. The night that changed everything. There was a party. Just a regular one. Nothing wild, Haley, Josh, mutual friends. I had an early shift the next morning and left around midnight. I kissed Haley goodbye, told her to stay safe, and left thinking nothing of it. She texted me a few hours later, "Night, babe. Love you." I replied, "Love you too." Meanwhile, her body was in Josh's bed. The confession. It was Josh who told me. A week later, he came to my apartment looking like someone who hadn't slept in days. He wouldn't sit. Just paced back and forth before saying, "Dude. I have to tell you something. You deserve to know." My stomach dropped. He said it was a mistake. That they were drunk. That it was just once. I couldn't breathe. I remember asking, "Did she come on to you?" He said nothing. I asked again, louder. Did she ask for it? He shook his head. I knew then, this wasn't just a lapse in judgment. This wasn't just alcohol. This was betrayal in its rawest form. The confrontation. I went straight to Haley. She denied it at first, her face the perfect portrait of innocence. You're joking, right? Josh is lying. But when I said, he told me everything, Haley, the color drained from her face. She collapsed to the floor. Cried like a child. I swear, it meant nothing. I was drunk, you had left. I missed you. I didn't even enjoy it. Like that made it better. Then she said the one thing that shattered me completely. You have to forgive me. Not, I'm sorry. Not, what I did was unforgivable. Just, you have to. The messages. The next day, she was texting me like nothing had happened. Can we talk? I can't eat. You don't get to give up on us over one mistake. She sent old photos. Videos. The note I'd written her on our second anniversary. She weaponized every memory we had. And still, not once did she apologize. She cried and begged for my effort. As if I hadn't given her everything I had. My breaking point. One voice message made me snap. She said, if you loved me, you'd fight for us. No. If you loved me, you wouldn't have let another man, my best friend, touch you. The aftermath. I didn't just lose a girlfriend. I lost my best friend, my future, and every ounce of trust one had left. Josh never reached out again. Not really. Just a one-line text a few days later. I hate myself. I don't expect forgiveness. Good. You won't get it. Haley tried harder. Showed up at my workplace once, but I ignored her. My coworker had to ask her to leave. I changed my number. Moved apartments. Started therapy. Healing and growth. The nights were the hardest. You'd think the anger would help you move on, but no. It's the memories that linger. Her laugh in the kitchen. The smell of her shampoo. The sound of her humming while folding laundry. It took months before I could look at a photo of us without flinching. But little by little, I rebuilt myself. I went back to the gym. Traveled for the first time in years. Took a solo trip to Montana just to hike and be alone in silence. I realized I loved her more than she loved me, and that was the most dangerous part. Because I would have given her the world. And she gave my best friend a night. Closure. I saw her a few months ago at a bookstore. Alone. She looked at me like she'd seen a ghost. We locked eyes. She walked toward me. I'm sorry, she whispered. You didn't deserve that. I nodded. I know. Then I turned and left. That was the real ending. If you're reading this. Heartbreak doesn't always come with closure. Sometimes you just survive it. And that's okay. If you're in pain right now, wondering why someone would betray you after everything you gave them, just know this. Their choices don't define your worth. You deserve a love that doesn't ask for forgiveness after betrayal. A love that protects you even when you're not around. I didn't get that with her. But I'll wait for it. Because now. I know what I'm worth.